Good morning, everyone. As followers of Christ, we are asked to do a few things. One is to live our faith, and the second is to profess it. So that's why I feel this series we're about to begin is a very meaningful one. Unless we know our faith, we cannot live it or profess it, and sometimes we are even asked to defend our faith. So, the new series we're about to begin is called Know Your Faith, and we are going to kickstart this topic with understanding other faiths. Every major faith that we know about is, for instance, Hinduism, Islam, Judaism, Christianity, all talk about an life after death. And everything we do on this earth is to attain that afterlife, so to speak. Let's take Hinduism, for example. There is this concept of moksha, meaning heaven, and the goal in life is to attain it. And how does one go about it? First of all, one has to be cleansed. Cleansing is only possible through meditation, detachment from the material world, and attaining divine understanding, and above all, good deeds. Let's go into Islam. In the Islamic faith, talks about again paradise, it talks about hell, judgment during the time of death, and life after death. And how does one go about attaining paradise? It's like, these are the things one has to do: refrain from evil doing, be truthful, a contrite heart, keep their duty, and above all, good deeds. All this is to present yourself holy before a holy and blameless God. So we've just established that all faiths and beliefs that we just spoke about all acknowledge that man is sinful and how we need to work towards becoming sinless or holy, to strive for this life after death. And the onus is on our works, and that will decide how we get to paradise, which is moksha or heaven. It feels nearly impossible for man to live a life that is so immaculate and perfect, but he will keep on trying and endlessly to present himself holy before God. Now, note this: it's dependent solely on man, who's merely human, for attaining this life after death. He will keep on trying and trying until his death to attain a clean slate, so to speak. But the truth is this: humanly, this is impossible. There will always be something on the slate, isn't it? In fact, the Bible records in 1 John 1:8, if we say we have no sin, we deceive ourselves and the truth is not in us. Which is why, in the Hindu religion, the concept of birth and rebirth. So, moksha is attained only when you can um, be free from the cycle of death and rebirth, because you are reborn again and again till you are free of sin. And in fact, the cycle of freedom from death and rebirth is called samsara. So, how does one go about achieving a clean slate, so to speak? Well, the practice of giving sacrifice is almost common among all these major faiths that we talked about. In fact, in the Hindu faith, they call it Bali. Sacrifice is called Bali, and the term in Tamil it's called Pavathukku Pariharam, which means an atonement for sin. It is in fact recorded in the Vedas. In fact, in the Rig Veda, it talks about all the animals that can be used as a substitute, given for sacrifice, and which kind of, in all faiths, it represents the dying of sin and the forgiveness earned. We see it recorded in the Quran, the Torah, which is the Hebrew Bible, and throughout Old Testament in the Bible. So, when we look at the Christian faith, God during creation had designed humans in His image. We know that, right? And therefore, physical death, note this, physical death was not in the picture. In the creation plan, or God's original plan, so to speak, we were created to be eternal beings. That was God's plan A. But since man, Adam and Eve, messed this up big time, we all know this, God had plan B ready for us. The Bible says in Revelations 13:8, the lamb was slain before the foundation of the earth, which means the lamb was slain, meaning the sacrifice was made way before man was even created or thought of. In fact, in the Jewish faith, they are still waiting for the Messiah to redeem them. Moksha, paradise, heaven, we all want to get there. There is a saying, if plan A fails, you must always have plan B. It's always good to have plan B. What is this plan B we spoke about? Stay tuned to find out in your next session. God bless you.